In this project, I'll be showing you all the beginning of extraction. I'll show you a couple of tools on how to do simple extractions to a bit more complicated. First, what you'll need to do is go to Schoology. In Schoology, you'll find that there's an extraction files folder. In that folder, the easiest way to download them, click on each image and just hit download image. Click on the little small icon, hit download image. If you by chance click on the actual blue link, you will have to right click and do save image as. And if you're on an Apple mouse, that is control click. Once you have all of those images downloaded, we're going to go back to Photoshop, and I want you to open the red and the blue square in Photoshop. Now that we have both of these open, we're going to need a new document to add these to. So go to File, New, Print, Letter, and of course, we're going to make it landscape, and this one is last name dot first name extraction. Once you have everything, go ahead and click Create. Let's go ahead and get a gray background. The reason I'm not using a white background is because if you have a darker background, you can see anything that may be left around the person here, as in with LeBron, you can see here. It allows you to see things that were possibly missed. So go ahead, use your paint bucket tool. Remember, your paint bucket tool is, if you do not see it, it could be under your gradient tool. You need to hold down on it and click the paint bucket. Go ahead and click it. Now, let's get back to this circle. Now, when you have multiple tabs open in Photoshop, they will open up here. As we begin to open multiple tabs, when you're not using a tab, I suggest that you guys exit out of it because it can get confusing. When working here, I always go ahead and unlock my background. Now, above your paint bucket, there's an eraser tool. Yours may look like that. So above your paint bucket, there is an eraser tool. Hold down on it. We have three different types of erasers. The two main ones I'll be talking about are the eraser tool and the background eraser tool. We have three different types of eraser tools. I will go through and explain exactly what each one of those do. The first one is your eraser tool. It just erases wherever you go. Now, your second one, now to undo something, remember it is Option Command Z. Now let's go back to our eraser tool. Your background eraser tool. As you can see, I have a small circle here, but it has a small dot. You need to be able to make that circle larger. Now the way that you make that circle larger, on your keyboard, you'll see where you have two brackets. It's to the right of the letter P. You'll have an open bracket and a closed bracket. The open bracket makes your circle smaller. The closed bracket makes it larger. So, as you can see, that dot that you see in the middle of mine, that small dot, wherever that dot is, if you click, it is going to take away that color. As you can see here, the dot is still on the outside. Now, if I put that dot on the inside where the red is, it'll take away the red. So it takes away solid color backgrounds that it clicks on, but they also have to have a distinctive line between them. Now, of course, this is not what we want to do, but this is just showing you so you can do it. So let's go ahead and press Option Command Z a couple of times to get rid of everything. Okay, once you've gotten back this far, and if you by chance go too far, just remember it's Shift Command Z to go step forward. Let's go back over to our eraser tool. The third one, which is pretty easy when you have solid color backgrounds with distinctive lines all between them, your magic eraser tool. It's going to give you, of course, an eraser. So if I want to get rid of the gray, if I just click, all of the gray is gone. Remember, it has to have a distinctive, line of the color. Because if you had a white background and like a tan shirt, it could possibly erase everything. Now that we have our background gone, we need to get this circle up to our project. First, you need to click on your Move tool. When you click on your Move tool, it now allows you to move the image how you please. When you left click and drag, do not let go. You need to left click, drag up, and put your mouse on your project, and then still left clicking, drag down and let go. Once you've done that, it will drop your image, and if you look over to the right hand side, it is created as a new layer. To resize in Photoshop, shortcut key, of course we're going to transform something, but easier shortcut key is Command T. It's going to give you these boxes around the side. Now, if you do not hold the shift button, it is going to make it to where things are able to be squished out of proportion, and that's not what we want. When you get ready to transform, I need you to hold shift and drag from one of the corners. When you do that, it is going to keep it, no matter if I drag left, no matter if I drag up, it is going to keep it in proportion. Choose a nice size for that circle. You can drag it around and move it how you like. Now, as you can see, the square is going to be pretty much the same. I'll let you do that one on your own. And also for SpongeBob, I'll let you choose that one. Let's go down and we're going to use Drake. So let's go ahead and go to File. Let's go to Open. And let's go ahead and open Drake. Now, remember, you must always unlock the background. It's the easiest way to do it. Here, let's look at of course our eraser tool is just going to erase. It's going to be kind of hard. You got your background eraser tool. Of course, it's erasing the shirt because there's no distinctive line. And even if we use our magic eraser tool, because remember what I told you, if there's not a distinctive line, if they are so close in color, it can get rid of it all. So what we need to do is go to our quick selection tool. This is the new tool that I'll be introducing. It is the fourth tool on your toolbar. Left click and hold down. You have a quick selection and a magic wand. Magic wand can be helpful in some situations, but quick selection, it can be pretty easy just to go ahead and knock it out. Being on your quick selection tool, there's that circle with that plus sign in it again. Remember, open bracket makes it smaller, close bracket makes it larger. When selecting, you want to keep the entire circle inside of what it is that you're trying to select. As you can see, if I click right here, I now have the dotted lines around the edge to where it has automatically picked up on the edges of Drake. If I have my circle anywhere off of that, it is going to pick up that and other stuff, and we don't want that. And the way that you can get rid of lines, now just be mindful. If you just want to go a step back, press Option Command Z. If you want to delete all of the lines, that is Command D. So as you're clicking inside, we're going to go ahead and click inside. Do not click and drag. Just click, move down, click again. His ear that we have over here, of course, my circle is too large to stay inside of it. So we want to make sure that that circle is smaller. Once it is smaller, remember, keep it inside of the ear. And once you click, it is now selected his ear. So what we want to do is go down now where like his neck is. And like I say, when you guys do this, just click, keep inside of it and just click. Let the software do everything for you. Now, down here by the jacket, it's gonna get a little funny. So if you miss a little piece, I'm fine, but it's because it's hard to tell the difference. Going back up. So now, we need to move Drake also up to our project layer. Remember, click on that move tool. A habit to get into, move it around to see if you left anything. Right here, seems pretty good. So while still left clicking and holding, I'm going to drag up to my project, drag down, and let go. To resize Drake, Command T, hold Shift, and drag from one of the corners. Then go ahead and hit your check, and now you have Drake's layer. So as you see, every time we add something, it's going to add a new layer. The other one that I'll help you out with is LeBron, because these middle pieces, a lot of you guys may not know exactly how to get them out of there. So go to File, Open. Open the LeBron James image. Now, with him, of course, unlock the layer. I'm going to use Quick Selection tool because, of course, Magic Eraser is going to be kind of funny on this one. Background Eraser is going to be kind of funny. So, Quick Selection. Now, with my Quick Selection, I'm going to start by his elbow. As you can see, we got the entire purple sleeve. Got his arm going down. Be careful to get all of the image. And what I mean by that, it looks fine right here. But if I take it and I move it, you can see where a portion of his jersey has been left behind. So, with your selecting, please make sure that you are attempting to select all of the image. Now mine was able to actually deselect this middle portion right here. As you can see, we've selected the entire image, but this middle portion has done a deselection portion. This one, not so much, because if we get ready to move it, see how the black portion stays there, but this one is see-through. What we want to do is, on our Quick Selection tool up here at the top, you'll see where it has a minus sign. This is deselecting. If I go ahead and click in this black area, you can see where it's now deselected it. And there's also a smaller portion up here. Let's make that circle smaller. And we deselect that one. Now when we get ready to move it, you can see that we left those black pieces behind. So we're going to go up to our project, then let go, Command T, resize, and continue on. You need to finish. You need to add the blue square, SpongeBob, Steph Curry, and Megan Thee Stallion. If you leave pieces in her hair, whether it's this piece or the pieces up here, I would not be mad, because I have not shown you how to precisely take those out. So, circle, square, SpongeBob, Drake, Steph Curry, Megan Thee Stallion, LeBron James. Once you're done, save it as a PSD and a JPEG and turn it into School with You.